This is not a filter. This is an actual rainbow on my head. I have one of those window crystals and I love basking in it. So you're gonna see that in this video. Okay, let's talk about anxiety. As you might know, if you've followed my channel, I have struggled with and continue to struggle with generalized anxiety. And so I get the question a lot, like, how do you deal with it? How do you make it work? And honestly, I've just gone through a difficult month or so, and it took a lot of effort, daily mental effort, to rise above those really negative vibrations and get to a little higher up place of joy and appreciation. When I'm anxious, I first allow myself to feel that. Like, number one, you can't start buffering. And by buffering, that's a term I learned from Brooke Castillo. I can link her below. You know, basically any distractions, things you're making excuses, like how are you making excuses for feeling this way, and like just covering it up rather than getting to the surface. Let's get over this, right? So buffering, things I notice myself doing when I'm buffering: eating, a lot of sleeping. I just want to go to bed. I want to turn my brain off. You know, drinking, and not even in a like excessive way, but like I was noticing I was coming home, having wine, maybe a little more wine, etc. And it's just like lately I've really wanted to tune into my body. And that's what this mindfulness is all about, everyone, is the subtle changes and cues and little pings and buzzes that your body is giving you, whether those are physical symptoms or mental. So want to stop buffering, listen to yourself and allow yourself to feel that. Like, where are you feeling that? Why are you feeling that? How are you feeling that? Is it when you think of a certain thing? Are you blocking off thinking about something because it's painful? Like, see where you need to take care of yourself. And so I just sit in the feeling. Last month was difficult because it just kept continuing. Like, it took a lot of time to uncover what the problem was. But every once in a while I just have like a day or two of apathy, and it's just like, okay, what's going on here? And sometimes I just allow myself to feel it, because there's not like a quick fix where I'm just like, okay, I'm good now. So I feel that. And sometimes it's just like allowing that space for that feeling and it goes away. Other times there's like a systemic big issue. Like, I feel like last month I was working through just like something new, like a new phase, and that just took some time to work on. So I really do love writing things down. As you probably know, I will just take a blank page. I've made this beautiful notebook full of like rainbow watercolor, which is really therapeutic for me too, to just like color these pages when I watch TV. But then I come to this notebook and I write things down. I just do brain dumps and anything on my mind, and more than the typical like get laundry soap and etc. brain dump, this is what I need to do tomorrow, but like, where is my attention being pulled, and like just going deeper. Like, sometimes actually writing that, because I can get a little scrambly in my head, as you can also probably have noticed. Like, writing that down, like, next, okay, I feel this way because this, and then why, and then this, and then this, and this, and this. So like, I feel anxious about the project. Why? Because I don't have enough time, because I haven't gotten started, because I don't know enough about it. Like, just really honest, what is it? Like, for example, I'm taking this class on sorry, this is a tangent, but I'm taking this class on pharmacogenomics. Always, like, was my least favorite subject, right? And Nate totally pointed out to me, my husband, he's like, that's because you don't know much about it. And it's like, wow, that's actually empowering. I don't like this because it's new to me and it's scary, but the more I practice and know about it, I'll be less scared and anxious about the class. So what am I going to do? The action item there, what can I actually do about that? Learn. So, you know, taking a notebook, doing a brain dump, feeling those feelings and writing it out and expanding it, like we're breaking it down. Also, just reaching for joy, like finding that joy. How can you take care of yourself and find peace, even if it's for moments, without buffering? So I think sometimes it gets confused too, buffering and self-care. Like, you can't just keep avoiding feelings by masking it with doing something else. However, you can take time to heal and repair yourself, and you should. So last month, that was a lot of baths for me. That was a lot of quiet time, reading before bed, going to bed early, taking just, you know, completely screen-free time with my son. And sometimes that was turning off a bit, but not in my typical sense where I was like blocking thoughts. It was rather like easing, allowing, feeling, and feeling organically good, right? Like spending time with my son, feeling organically good, versus going to bed, shutting off the world. Things are still going to be there tomorrow. So those are the couple of things I do. And lastly, I remember an Abraham Hicks quote: "You'll never get it done and you cannot get it wrong." We, especially as anxious people, take life so seriously, and I just try to remember that I have choices. I'll never get everything done in a day, and I really can't get it wrong because it really doesn't matter. And that sounds so dismal, but in the most like jovial sense, it doesn't really matter, right? Like, if I, like, you know, if I don't clean the house and get my to-do list done and make sure I make those party favors, like, the show's gonna go on, people are gonna go on. If I quit my job and become a waitress tomorrow, they'll survive at work, I'll survive at home. If I move across the country back home, we'll be fine. Like, you know, if you don't get that assignment done, there will be consequences. You will lower your grade, etc. But you will go on. Everyone will go on. And so that's the whole part about being an optimist as well. Like, how can you work with what you have, and how can you make the best of it? Because the show will go on no matter how you're feeling. Whether you're in a good vibration or not, you'll continue to live. So try your hardest, do whatever you need to do in the moment. And once you take care of yourself in the moment and you pass that anxiety, you can start thinking ahead in a healthier way. Like, instead of really worrying about what's going to happen tomorrow, and if you don't get this part done, and if you do get that done but it's wrong, like, once you take care of that immediate piece, you can start planning ahead for the future and start building that happiness reserve. And so that's really important too. Like, take care of yourself right now, and then you can start looking forward in a more healthy, positive way. Hope that was helpful. If so, leave comments below. I'd love to have a conversation about this and maybe what you do. If I miss something, I'll just keep making videos like this. But you can find me on Instagram. I post there a lot of like daily positivity stuff and anything that I might be moving through. And you can always find me on my website, tidytour.com. So thanks for listening today, and I hope this helped you in some form. And we'll talk soon. Bye.